Hi all. In this particular video, we are going to cover the BCG matrix. So BCG stands for Boston Consultancy Group, which is basically a growth share matrix. And this is a strategic planning tool to actually help a company understand the position of the company's products in the market. So, how does this happen? Is through a graphical representation, and this graphical representation is between two axes, which is one is the company's growth share, and the other is like the growth and the market share. So one on the one side we plot the growth of the product, and on the other axis we take the market share of the product, and then we put the product in the appropriate quadrant, and that way it helps us to understand what is the actual position of the product in the market and what strategy now has to be defined in order to improve the position of the product in the market. So it is a strategic planning tool that uses the graphical representations of a company's service or a product so as to help the company decide what it should keep, what it should sell, and or invest more in. So the BCG growth share matrix is used internally to assess the current state of the value of the firm's units or the product line or the portfolio. The growth share matrix helps the company to understand or to decide which products or units to either keep, sell, or invest more in. So it is important to for a company to actually understand which product it should continue with and which product it should discontinue. The BCG growth share matrix contains four distinct categories. So there are four quadrants that develop, and the four quadrants are actually named like dog, cash cow, star, and question mark. So these are the four uh, names that are given to the quadrants that develop. So graphically, pictorially, if we define here, you can see that on the x axis there is the market share is there, and on the y axis it is the growth is there, and we have high low and high low demarcation. So if we want to actually understand through this particular graph, if the product falls in the high quadrant, then it is the star. If it falls in the quadrant where the growth is high but the market share is low, then it's the question mark. And if it falls in the quadrant where the growth is low and the market share is high, then it is the cash cow. And if it falls in the quadrant where both the growth and the market share is low, then it is the dog state. So let's better understand this concept. The matrix reveals two factors that organizations should consider when formulating the strategy and deciding where to invest: the company's competitiveness and the market attractiveness. So basically, growth and market share actually depict and represent the company's competitiveness and the market attractiveness with relative to the market share and the growth rate. Each of the four quadrants represents a specific combination of relative growth share and the market share and the growth. So, low growth and high share. When the growth is low, but the market share the company's product is sharing is high, then we say the it is the cash cow. That is, the company should milk these cash cows for cash to reinvest. So what, like, they should reinvest the things because the growth is low but the market share is high. So the cash cows that can be milled, and we can actually generate good cash, and we should reinvest into it. And if it is high growth and high share, so the if the growth is also good and share is also good, then the company should significantly reinvest in these stars as they have high future potential. So these are the products in which the company should actually reinvest and should fetch more profits because the potential is high, the potential is good, because the growth is also there, and the companies, they have a good share also in the market. So reinvestment should be made. But if the growth is high but share is low, the company should reinvest in or discard these question marks depending on their choices of becoming star. So like, they have a potential to become stars because the growth is high but the share is low. So the company should actually rethink whether the company should invest in it or the company should discard. This decision is on the company itself because these are question marks, these can go into any of the direction. Fine. So the company should actually analyze if they actually want to invest in it or discard it, keeping in mind that the product can go into any of the directions, and that way decisions should be made. And the last quadrant is low share and low growth. So companies should liquidate, reinvest, or reposition these dogs. It should not move ahead with these products. Either should liquidate from that particular market, from that particular product, or deinvest, or actually rethink that how these stocks can be placed in any of the other three quadrants. So let's take an example of Coca-Cola over here. So if we take an example of Coca-Cola BCG Matrix, then we can see that the Diet Coke falls under the question mark category, as these names attract a modest audience but still have plenty of room to grow. So what are the question marks? Question marks are the products which can move in any of the directions. So the company should actually think whether the company wants to go ahead, move ahead with that particular product production or not, or because the product can move in any of the directions. And then it's bottled water brands like Kinley and Dasani are the stars. Okay, they are the stars. They are actually fetching good, like, growth is also there and the market share is also very good. So stars, so a company should reinvest in these products. So since they dominate the market. Its own titular drink is a cash cow since it experiences a low growth despite of its high market share. So cash cows are ones which can be milled over the time. So because the market share is actually high but the growth is low, so there can be the growth can be increased. So if investment is done in this particular product, then definitely it will reach out, either it will become a star and profits can be earned. However, Coca-Cola has also a dog which is Minute Maid. So Coca-Cola brand is also having a dog. God dog means low share is there and low market share is there and low growth is there. So now the company should actually think whether to actually continue with this product or not, because it is not fetching that much of profit. So cash cows, if we summarize the BCG matrix, cash cows are high returns, less cash flow is required to actually fetch good profits. So these products should be taken advantage of for as long as it is possible. Stars, more investment is required in this category. If a star can remain a market leader, it eventually becomes a cash cow when the market's overall growth rate declines. Question mark are questionable opportunities are those in which the high rate markets, but in which the company does not maintain a large market share. The products in this category should be analyzed frequently and closely to keep or to see if they are worth maintaining. And the dogs are low market share and is at a low rate of growth, these don't generate much cash for the company since they have low market share and little or no growth. So basically, this particular matrix actually helps a company to understand the current market position of the different products that a company is dealing with, and then the company can actually understand which product line they should actually go for and make maximum profits. So thank you so very much for joining. Stay tuned with us so that we can actually help you to understand marketing in a better way. Thank you so much.